What Ipob, Yoruba agitators are doing will be child's play if Nigeria is not restructured. Welcome to the news, and please subscribe to our channel. Former Federal Commissioner for Information and South-South leader Chief Edwin Clark has warned that the struggle by the indigenous people of Biafra, Ipob, and Yoruba Nation agitators will be child's play in Nigeria if the country fails to restructure, just as he warned that there will be chaos in the country. According to Clark, the agitation for self-determination and secession will definitely increase, and the security situation of the country will be worsened, and the conduct of 2022 general and presidential election will be threatened. Clark, who alleged that the National Assembly spends about 1 billion naira annually in trying to review the nation's constitution without making any headway, said the National Assembly has been spending 1 billion naira every year on amending the constitution of Nigeria for years now. They have not been able to do so. The Ijaw leader, who noted that the South, the North, and the entire country are calling for restructuring, urged the President Muhammad Buhari as a matter of urgency, convoke a representative assembly or town hall meeting to consider Governor Nasser El-Rufai of Kaduna State All Progressive Congress APC committee report on restructuring, or that of 2014 National Conference report. Addressing journalists yesterday at its Asokoro residence, Abuja, the leader of Southern and Middle Belt Leaders Forum, SMBLF, warned that President Buhari must not allow Nigeria to break due to what he described as the authoritarian attitude of one individual, just as he stressed that restructuring has become very imperative because it was one of the key priority issues in the APC's manifesto when it was formed and during the 2015 presidential campaign, which have now been abandoned on the assumption of office by the president. He said that if the APC cannot implement its own committee recommendation, it means it lacks the necessary capacity under President Buhari. The elder statesman, who noted that he is close to 95 years and speaking on behalf of his fellow elders and Nigerians, said that he will not stop talking and writing to President Buhari about Nigeria and its challenges, adding that nobody will be a slave to another in the country and that the president is not an emperor or a king, but elected by the people to serve Nigeria and Nigerians irrespective of race, religion, and ethnic group. According to him, Nigeria must be ready to fight for liberation, as the prison is not only for thieves, but for those who are fighting for the interests of their country. Adding that some of them are ready to go for treasonable trial against the backdrop that nobody loves this country more than himself, and that enough is enough. Clark said, "Mr. President, I beg of you, in the name of God, I am now very close to 95 years, and on behalf of my fellow elders and our children, act now. We have no other country to call our own, no other country to go to if Nigeria breaks due to the authoritarian attitude of one individual. Please retrace your steps and embrace and implement your party's report. The RFI APC committee report, Nigerians will accept it. The South is calling for restructuring. The whole North is calling for restructuring. The whole country believes in restructuring. The restructuring was also one of the key priority issues in its party, the APC manifesto, when it was formed and during the 2015 presidential campaigns, which he has now abandoned on the assumption of office. I challenge Mr. President Muhammad Buhari as the de facto controller of the APC to convoke a representative assembly or town hall meeting to consider only the APC report on restructuring if he sincerely believes in the unity of Nigeria, where everyone is a stakeholder, not in Nigeria where only a few or one ethnic group who are in minority keep displaying autocratic and empiric stance, reminding us of what their forefathers did over 100 years ago, wanting to do the same today. Of course, it is a big no. It may be necessary here to remind Nigerians the role played by our illustrious son, late General Murtala Mohammed, in the elimination of apartheid in South Africa when he was in office for only 6 months. It is therefore unimaginable and understandable that an officer in the government of General Murtala Mohammed will be the one to create an obstacle or oppose what his former boss instituted. And this was what our beloved late General Murtala Mohammed went to South Africa to fight against. The National Executive of the All Progressive Congress APC, in a meeting which was also attended by Mr. President Muhammadu Buhari himself as a party member, accepted a report of the El-Rufai Committee and stated that it will be sent to the National Assembly, NAS. However, same Mr. President has refused to take any definite action for the report to be sent to the NAS. What several Nigerians want is actually the restructuring of the country in order to douse the tensions and agitation, which is almost tearing the country apart today and is the main cause of a high insecurity being experienced. Nigerians are ready to accept the implementation of the 2014 National Conference or the APC El-Rufai Committee's report, any of which will no doubt satisfy the generality of the Nigerian people. It is indeed shameful and unpatriotic for the leaders of the All Progressive Congress, APC, to pretend that they have not seen the El-Rufai Committee report or even the 2014 National Conference report. Some are even shamelessly stating that they do not know what restructuring means and allowed President Muhammadu Buhari to take over total control and direction of the party's government. Instead, they are more interested in whom is to take over from him in 2023, for which they pretentiously worship him like God, just to gain favor. The Tinubus who brought restructuring to the manifesto of APC has not spoken because they fear that if they do, they will not be allowed to contest for the presidency of the country come 2023. For which his party, the All Progressive Congress APC, faced with stiff opposition for not implementing their promised restructuring program. So the party national executive, including President Buhari, decided to set up a committee under the chairmanship of Nasser El-Rufai, the governor of Kaduna State, with other prominent party members as members of the committee. The committee called for memoranda from Nigerians, went around the country, and came out with a report that buttressed restructuring. Nigeria must be ready. The prison is not only for thieves, it is meant for those who are fighting for the interests of our country. Some of us are ready for treasonable trials. We are ready to go. Nobody loves this country more than myself. Enough is enough. As I said, I am speaking on behalf of the majority of Nigerians who are aggrieved. A meeting called by Mr. President to Aso Rock of Representative of Nigeria will not last more than one day. The executive will then prepare a memorandum to the National Assembly, and within 3 or 4 months they will be completed. The National Assembly has been spending 1 billion naira every year on amending the Constitution of Nigeria for years now. They have not been able to do so. So if the APC is the party ruling Nigeria today, it means it lacks power under President Buhari to implement whatsoever they want to implement in the interest of Nigeria. So the issue of time does not arise. If they want to do it within 6 months, it will be carried out. Otherwise, the problem of Ipob and others will join. On this note, we have come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come your way next time, enjoy the rest of your day.